Hello my friends and welcome to my new video. Today's video will be about one of the Eastern Europe countries, Bulgaria. And my guest today will be Denista. My friend Denista is a Bulgarian journalist, media and communication student, and a Red Cross volunteer, and she lived and studied in the capital, Sofia. Currently, she is living in Germany to continue her education there. Hello Deni, thank you for accepting the invitation to be with us today. And first, give us a hint about Bulgaria.
Hi, thank you for inviting me to take a part in your project. And the country that we are talking about today is one of the oldest countries in Europe. It's founded in 7th century, and also it's the only country in Europe that haven't changed its name since its establishment.
Wow.
Also, a lot of people know it as the Land of Roses.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So tell us, what are the legal ways to live and work in the land of roses, Bulgaria?
so the legal way to live and work in Bulgaria depends from that if they are coming from European country or not European country, if they're European Union residents or not. But a foreigner may reside in Bulgaria on the grounds of an obtained short or long-term visa, international agreements on visa-free regime, and European Union Act.
And can a legal immigrant to Bulgaria obtain the nationality?
Um, Actually, the ways of acquiring a Bulgarian citizenship are by origin, by place of birth, through naturalization, by marriage, or by adoption.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, they can, but with one of those options.
Yeah, with the options. Okay, tell us about the consequences of entering illegally for applying for asylum.
Generally, illegal asylum seekers are not to be imposed penalties, and however, they must immediately inform the authorities.
Mm-hmm.
And in practice, the result is detention, but they can be sued. They will be just refugees
Yeah,
afterward.
okay. So tell us about the cost of living. Let's start with the rent, the average rent.
Average rent depends from the city, but like in the capital city can be a little bit more. In the smaller towns, it can be less. But still, like in general, one apartment with one bedroom in the city center usually costs around 240 euros. And if it's outside of the center, it will be around 180 euros. So if it's an apartment with 3 bedrooms in the city center, it will be more than 400 euros, around 400, but more. And if it's outside of the city center, it's around 300 euros. So, as I told you, it depends. If it's in Sofia, for example, in the capital city of Bulgaria, it may be a little bit more expensive. But if it's in a smaller town, it can be also cheaper.
And what about the transport?
The transport also depends from the city, but in the capital
Mm-hmm.
city, one-way ticket in the local transport costs 80 cents, and monthly pass costs 25 euros.
Okay.
The taxis are with a starting tariff 40 cents,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's 40 cents per kilometer. So I think in the capital city they are cheap. And in the public transport you use one-way ticket
Okay.
for 80 cents.
How much it costs for 1 liter of gas?
So those prices are changing every day, but usually they're around 1 euro.
Mm-hmm. Do you think the food prices are similar to the other countries or much cheaper, much higher?
I think they are similar to other countries, but it really depends like if they are cheap or expensive, it depends of the incomes that the family has.
Mm-hmm.
So for example, um, like in an inexpensive restaurant, one meal for one person should be around €5,
Okay.
which is really good. But in Bulgaria, that means that is 10 leva, which 10 leva is not so less money in Bulgaria.
Yeah. Yeah.
Considered to the standards. But like the milk, 1 liter is €1. Like fresh white bread is around 50 cents, and the vegetables are like the prices in other countries. But it really depends, like what are your incomes. Otherwise, it's not more expensive. It's considered cheap.
Okay.
But I think for the Bulgarian standards, it's not so cheap.
So we can say that €500 enough for living for one person per month?
€500 actually are enough for one person, but again, it really depends where this person lives.
Yeah.
If this person lives in the capital city, like €500 with the rent and with groceries are not enough. But in a smaller town, it's okay because the rent will be lower, and also the prices of the groceries also will be lower. So it depends. Around 500, but in bigger cities, a person needs more.
One of the main concerns for many immigrants are the education opportunities. So, does the government provide a free education system for elementary education or university education?
If a person is a European Union citizen and he has to move to another European Union country for work, their children are entitled to free introductory tuition in the new home country to help them integrate in and adapt to the school system there. And also there are a lot of programs for them, so it's basically free. But if it's like a family coming from outside of the European Union, it depends from the country they're coming and what kind of agreements this country has with Bulgaria. So there are prices, they try to make it lower, but still, if you don't have a partnership with Bulgaria, it won't be so cheap. Like for foreign students in the university, usually 1 year is from €2,000 to €8,000.
So, speaking about education, I can tell you that one of the biggest hurdles for the new immigrants is the language. Do you think that a qualified worker should speak Bulgarian language, or he can survive speaking only English?
If he's working in an international company, he will survive with only English. Like, it will be good to know Bulgarian, but still, it's not the main thing. But if he's working in Bulgarian company, he will need Bulgarian because like everything that they do will be in Bulgarian.
Okay.
It won't depend from that if they know Bulgarian or not. It will depend like that they will need it for their work.
Okay.
But still, if they search for international companies, it will be okay with only English. And also, if they have like other languages, like Arabic, for example, they will be really appreciated in some companies that are in need for people who can speak the language.
And is there any free programs to let him learn the language, the Bulgarian language?
There are a lot of governmental programs, but it again depends from the partnerships with
Yeah.
the different countries.
Okay. Does it make a difference between having an education degree from Bulgaria or from another country in the workplace?
Like in Bulgaria, they really appreciate people that have educational degree from other countries because we appreciate new minds, new practices, and they really like it. But still, if a person has studied law, for example, in other country, it won't be something that they can do in Bulgaria.
Yeah,
So
because it's
it
different.
depends again. Everything is different, but still they try to make their best to take those diplomas and to recognize them, but
Mhm.
still sometimes they can't.
Are the employers recognize the experience from another country outside Bulgaria?
Yes, in Bulgaria they recognize the experience, the previous experience, no matter if it's in another country. Sometimes it's even better if they have an experience outside of the country because they're like fresh minds coming and
Yeah,
so on.
that's perfect. Can you give an example for the good salary?
It really depends, but maybe 1,000 euro.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good salary. In Bulgaria, you can have that kind of salary in the IT sector,
Mm-hmm.
also in other fields, but still more in the internet and IT things. And I think 1,000 euros, it's okay. Like it's the minimum of the okay, and everything more than that is good.
Yeah. In your opinion, what is the best way to integrate and adapt with the Bulgarian people?
Bulgarians are really open-minded people. Like, let's not say open-minded, but open and warm. And like, I don't think that there is a certain way to adapt, but still, just you have to be yourself and learn about the country and the cultures and the way we work, the way we have fun, and it won't be so hard. Like, we don't have these straight rules in our lives,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it will be easy for a foreigner to adapt.
In other words, you should come to Bulgaria
If you're a positive and warm person, open to meet new people and new experiences and new culture.
mm-hmm. And you shouldn't come to Bulgaria if you.
If you are about to make troubles, only then.
That's perfect. In the end, I would like to thank you, Denny, for your time and for providing us with all this information. I personally appreciate it. You did a great job. Thank you so much.
Thank you too.